Hi, welcome to episode 3 of our playthrough with Iskra and Christo. So where we are is we're coming into day 8 and Zlata is just going to be getting home from the airport. And let's get into it. Day 8 and Zlata back from the airport. Big question, did she get better? She should have done. Slightly sick on meds. Night was calm. Yes, she did. Alright, we'll put her to bed straight away. Now, he needs to do a couple of things today. Firstly, he needs to eat. This is his second day of very hungry now. As far as Zlata's concerned, I have to watch her, but I think we can get her on the same schedule as Christo if she eats on day 11, but we'll have to see if she gets very hungry tomorrow, because if she does, that means we have to feed her on day 10. We'll see. Now, as far as Christo is concerned, one thing we need to... Well, firstly, let's get some water on. You can get 3 in a day, but we'll settle for 2. Because you'd have to get the first one on first thing and then catch it at the right time to get 3 in a day. Now, we did buy some tobacco leaves earlier on, and one thing we need to do is start making cigarettes for trade. And Herbal Workshop is what we use for that, so let's make one of those. I think we got enough meds and sugar to be trading for now. And speaking of trade, here's Franco. So let's see what he's got. So we don't have cigarettes, but as mentioned, we've got enough meds and sugar to be getting on with. So first things first, the essentials, all the components. And he's got a lot of parts, which we like. What else? Water we always take. Gun parts, yes. Wood. Nothing else we really need. This is a nice to have. We'll go for it. I think that'll do. Fine, we have a deal. Balancing item. These are expensive, so no. Just cigarettes back. No, we can't. Coffee? No. Alright, deal there. Okay, now we did forget our chat with Iskra, so let's get that out of the way. So chat out the way. So the chat's important because it can affect her morale if we don't do that. So I'm going to put Christo to sleep just for now, and Zlata. What else do we want to do? Now, one thing, there are a couple of locations where we need saw blades, so I think the next thing we need to be looking at is an upgrade here, and we can do it. Let's go. It's our metal desk upgraded. Let's just get another water on. And we need to make a couple more of these before nighttime too. So our water done. So now we don't have enough components for a saw blade. So we can't even make filters, but we do have enough for a hatchet, which would leave 1 gun part. 3 here. I'm going to leave this just for now. Hatchet's useful because you can beat up furniture in the house and get a lot of wood. But we need components. Okay. So she is... we'll get her on cigarettes for the rest of the day. Oh, we don't have the components for that either. Oh dear. Alright, nothing we can do. So, I think we just call it an end to the day there. They're both slept. She's eaten. They've had their chat. So we do have some new sites. Now, construction site. This would be a good reason to have the hatchet, because he can go there. It's, let me see. Great help. So it's the military one, not snipers. There's Old Town Hotel. That's the barter one. So we're going to go here because there's still tons of stuff there to pick up. So he can guard, she can sleep, scavenge, and go. Nothing to take. As before, when she's standing, we need to stay still, but she's not looking this way anymore, so... Now, if you remember from last time, we unlocked this door, so we can get in the back way now, and she never comes into this area unless she hears us, so we're good. This is our consolidated pile here. Now there are two piles. We got everything in the fridge, we got everything in the meds cabinet. There are two piles here that we want to get, but we have to wait until she leaves. So we'll do that. So she's just left, which is good. So now we have time to get to these piles and we can run here. She can't hear us. Let's just drop one right inside the door. I don't know where she's gone, but I'm guessing we've got time to get back, so let's go for it. I don't see her coming. Yeah, we're good. That's really everything from outside of here now. We want. Close the door. So now we just consolidate everything into here. So everything is now consolidated into this one pile. It's just a question of what we want to take. Now I think we need to come back here anyway because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stacks of just components alone, and we need some parts as well. But remember, we did need a lot of components for cigarettes and other things as well. Now there are 3 gun parts. And once we make a hatchet, we're going to be out of gun parts. Once we make a hatchet, we can start beating up furniture in the house, which means we'll get a ton of wood, which means just components for now. So we can come back and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there's another visit here. So let's go. Day 9 slats us back from the ruined villa. Been raided, but we should have been okay. Well, yeah. With the reinforced door, and we're certainly going to be okay. So first things first, let's get the chat out of the way. Where's she going? Actually, it's day 9, so she needs to eat her raw meat, which will get rid of her hungry status. So again, we're feeding her every 2 days so that she never gets to very hungry. And get them chatting. Talking finished. First thing we'll do is get some water on. Oh no, we can't because we don't have any filters. Right, first thing we'll do is make a filter, and then we'll get some water on, because we want to get 2 in today if we can. We'll make a second filter later. Now we can get the water on. Just on that point, if we look at water, we're at 38. Now we're going to get through this really, really quickly once we start making food, but this will give us over 40. And given we've got 3 meals, I think we're looking pretty good on water, so we could probably just slow down on making water. But what we do want to do is get the cigarettes going. Oh, hang on a moment. We want some saw blades, don't we? So let's just get this. Now, I think we can go back to the ghost house tonight. That's got a saw blade requirement of 1, so let's make 1. But while we're here, let's also make a hatchet, because then we can start beating up furniture in the house. So she's up, so we can get her on cigarettes now. Meantime, Christo can start beating the furniture up. So we just have to remember that we need to get him to bed by 5:30. Although it's not important, because if we don't sleep him today, It just means we sleep in for 5 hours tomorrow, so we just sleep the 2 of them in shifts. We'll see how he does with the furniture. So I'm just going to run him around and beat up that piece, that piece, that piece. Yeah, there's quite a lot of furniture. Yeah, I think we're going to keep him up today. Meantime, Zlata can stay on the cigarettes while he beats the furniture up. I'll be back when he's finished with all the furniture. Just finishing up with Christo now. So he's beaten up all the furniture and he made a filter and just got a second water on from today. So now let's just see where we are. So we can start thinking about food now. The 2 food items are going to be this for carrots, but it's going to be components again. But we would need to upgrade this before we could get the carrots going anyway. And we've also got this for... We're allowed 2 rat traps, but we're going to need more parts. So I think we make this. Remember, we're feeding Iskra raw meat just because that counts as a half meal. And she needs a half meal every 2 days, so a source of raw meat would be helpful. Now she's finished with the cigarettes and nothing else to do, but that's the end of the day anyway. So here we are. Now we could do the construction site because we have a weapon now, but Ghost House, still a lot to do there, so we're going to go back to there. So we sleep in bed, guard, scavenge, and go. And there's just the 1 saw blade requirement. So in our previous visit we consolidated everything in here, so we don't have to do any more running around. Just down to the saw blade requirement, open that up and see what's down there. Now we've got 3 piles to pick up here, so this is going to be a couple of trips, and I'll see you once we've consolidated everything back here again. Well, it turned out being 3 trips down there to bring everything up because there was quite a lot. This is the final lot. So you remember we dithered at the beginning of the game where we found 1 bandage and we thought, no, let's not take it because we might find another one to give us a full stack. Well, we did. That was a win. But let's take the meds anyway. Food we can think about. Components, we're always needing components. Full stack of water. Gun parts. Now we got a lot of wood from chopping all the furniture, but let's take a few more anyway. So I think we're good here, and let's go. Let's start at day 10. Zlata's back from the ghost house. So we'll put her to bed straight away and get Christo having a chat with, where's she going? Chat finished, and I just noticed this wasn't finished, the rat trap down here, so the first thing we're going to do is finish this up. Now I just looked at our water situation. We've got 56, which is good enough, so I'm going to give this a rest. We don't have any filters anyway, and we would have to use up components to make more filters. I'm just going to give the water a rest for now. So rat trap finished, so we can feed it some meat. The way this works is 1 in, 2 out, and it delivers every day or 2. Okay. So nothing more to do. They've had their chat. Oh yeah, we need saw blades, don't we? Because we just used 1. It depends where we go back to next as to how many we need. So let's make 2. That's our saw blades made just in time, so he can get to sleep, and he will lose his very tired status by the end of the day because he only needs 5 hours. And there's really nothing else to do. Nothing else we could do here. We've got the saw blades that we need. She doesn't need to sleep, but it's just that, do we need to feed her? And I think yes. Because she was very hungry last night, so this could be the second day of very hungry. Not entirely sure, but let's feed her anyway. Nothing else to do tonight. just keep Iskra playing. And she eats tomorrow. I'll see you tonight. So we're kind of spoilt for choice because there are a couple of visits left here. There's at least one visit left here, one visit left here, at least a couple visits left here. So my only thinking is to open up the construction site just in case things start to get closed down because of heavy fighting, for example, and it restricts our options. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now, construction site, that's going to be a combat one. And it doesn't matter who goes, but guard, sleep, scavenge. No, it is this one. Okay. Now, I think there is a lockpick requirement there. So let's take a lockpick. That's it. Let's go. So this one we just need to run to the other side. And to do that we have to go over here, down there, over to the ladder, up the ladder, over to this ladder and up there. Back to this ladder and up again. There's going to be a guy running out here who's going to get shot. So we just run over here so that we get seen while he gets shot. And then we run. Now the guys come looking for us while we just hide in here. Patch it up. So he's now going to path down here. Meantime, he's going to drop down. Here he comes. So he walks this way and I think he crosses our path now. So we can't take him out yet. Well, we can't attack either of them because the other one will see us. But he's now down here. So when this guy crosses our path, we can take him out. Now this guy hears us, but he's got to go all the way around. By the time he comes up, we're hidden again. I'll stay here, he doesn't. There we go, bandits down. So the good thing about this is we get lots of guns and bullets, which are excellent for trade, but also good for house defense, because we are going to get a crime spree at some point. And guns strengthen the household. But let's not forget there was another guy up top as well, because what he's dropping here will despawn by the time we come back, unless we pick it up now. So let's do that. And there's the lockpick requirement there. I'm just going to use this as our consolidated pile for now. There's a lot to pick up though. So just looking at the time, 1:50, we do have time. This is a good place to come with a hatchet too, to beat up all the furniture, because we can get a lot of wood that way. So 210, we've got enough to be getting on with. Just going to have a look up here, if we can get to that one. So one of these requires a saw blade, yeah, it's this one. Alright, so we know to come back with a saw blade. 2 actually. Because there's going to be a saw blade requirement downstairs as well. But of course now when we come back there won't be, this, 3 o'clock, yeah, we need to think about going soon. Now when we come back there aren't going to be any soldiers or anything, so we're good. I'm not sure that was terribly efficient moving it upstairs, but let's pack up and go anyway. Now we might find more food, so we're going to leave this here. Question is, do we leave this here or not? I think so, because at some stage we might want to come back and bang some wood, but then again, do we need it at home? No, we don't, but we might need it somewhere else, so let's take it. So guns we'll take, full stack of bullets we'll take, these we'll take. These sell for a lot when we're trading. That's a full stack of those we'll take. And we'll take components and go. Now on the first visit here, you can't get down here. Or rather you can, but you can't get down here. But this opens up on subsequent visits, but you need a saw blade down here to get through to all the good stuff. So that's why we would need to come back with 2 saw blades, one at the very top up there, and one to get down to the bottom next time. Because there are a bunch of meds and all sorts downstairs. So let's get home. So I'm going to end the episode there, and hope to see you next time for episode 4, where we'll cover days 11, 12 and 13, maybe 14, depending on how long each day goes. So thanks for watching, hope to see you then, bye.